everybody, Dr. Mark Costas here. I am representing our entire Practice Launchpad team of Dr. Addison Killeen, Dr. Chris Green, and Dr. Taher Doon today. And today we're going to talk a little bit about your investment and what you get with our all-inclusive package. Okay, our all-inclusive packages for the startup version and the acquisition version include the following. First of all, you have a dedicated coach from start to finish. I cannot stress enough, you guys, how important it is to have somebody that has been through this process and understands the pitfalls and how to accelerate and not get stuck in the mud at different stages of this process, to be walking alongside of you through the entire thing. If I had a coach that was with me that had been through the process when I did my first startup, when I purchased my first acquisition, it would have saved so much time and frustration and thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. Next, you have our document vault of over 200 plus documents, including contracts, checklists, how-tos, really, really important stuff inside this document vault. And the information inside of this belongs to you. It's copyrighted, but it belongs to you if you're a part of the Practice Launchpad. All right. Next up, we have checklists for every stage of the process, just to be able to take a high objective view of where you are in the process, what has been completed, what is yet to be completed, and putting a timeline next to each item on the checklist is totally invaluable. And it'll help you keep your sanity, help you maintain your sanity throughout this crazy, crazy process. It can be very stressful, but if you can always tell where you are, what stage you're at, it's very, very helpful. Next, we have a video vault, which has tutorials, lots and lots of tutorials that you can watch over and over again for just about every topic and every stage you could possibly think of for startups and for acquisitions. Next, we have business plan templates. I had no idea how to write a business plan. We have pre-filled out business plans, and you can just literally customize them to your situation. We will help you through this entire process, good enough so that this business plan will be ready to submit to your lender. Next, we have a great networking group. You will be exposed to other people that are going through the startup and acquisition process. And if you care to share with them, if you care to commiserate with them, we found that very, very helpful to put everybody together. In addition to the 4 primaries inside Practice Launchpad being Addison, Chris, Taher, and I, you'll also be exposed to a lot of the people that were helping through a similar process. You'd be surprised at how helpful it is to get their perspective as well. We have unlimited human resources tools. Now, human resources is probably one of the most challenging aspects for people when they're starting their very first business, from the legalities from state to state to how to hire and recruit and onboard that very first person. And if it doesn't work out, how to fire them. Those are really important things that we are never taught in dental school, as you guys know, and you're not just born with this information. So we will help you through the entire human resources process. Next, we have business report analysis and tutorials. Hey guys, there's no shame in not knowing the difference between a balance sheet and a P&L and a cash flow statement, and how to read or put together a banking application. All of those things require education. And self-education is great, but if you have a team of people that have already been through this and unlimited educational tutorials on how to do this, it's very, very helpful and gives you a lot of peace of mind. Next, we have practice management system, your PMS setup and training. If you guys have worked in dental offices before as associates, you probably have your favorites, but we have some suggestions that we would like to make to you, and a number of different suggestions, and we will help you get onboarded, trained, and integrated into this new practice management software. Okay, so let's talk about your investment. So the Practice Launchpad startup investment, the total cost is $49,000. Okay. What we expect is a $3,900 down payment. We understand that money is tight in the beginning and cash flow isn't going to be coming in during this entire process when you're putting your practice together. So we want to make sure that you guys aren't strapped. So we're starting with a very low down payment, which other companies don't do. And then the monthly cost is $1,500. The remaining balance comes in and can be paid at 3 different periods. So you have the down payment. Next, you have 1/3 due at lease signing, which is about $16,000. 1/3 due at the start of construction, which is another $16,000. And the final balance is due 2 weeks before opening day. Now, guys, I understand that this sounds like a lot of money, but if I would have had all the resources that we are offering in the Practice Launchpad when I did my first startup and my first acquisition, actually my first 2 or 3 startups or half a dozen acquisitions, I would have saved immeasurable amounts of time and hundreds of thousands of dollars. So I'm telling you, one simple mistake with the type of equipment that you order, the type of IT package that you say yes to, the type of contract that you sign with your contractor or your architect. One mistake can cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. You guys don't know that yet because you haven't been through this process. So the $49,000 investment really is just a drop in the bucket compared to the amount of time, frustration, and money that you can actually save. If you try to do this by yourself, you're very, very vulnerable to making big and very expensive mistakes. All right. So the Practice Launchpad for people that are doing acquisitions, same price at $49,000. The way this breaks down is $3,900 as a down payment, $1,500 a month for our coaching and our resources, and the remaining balance is paid when you get the loan from the bank for the acquisition. All right, guys, that is it. So one more time, I understand the way that it feels when you have this huge student loan burden. You know, it costs anywhere from maybe $100,000 to $500,000, maybe more, in student loans to become a dentist nowadays. And of course, you have living expenses. You still have to drive a car around. You need a mortgage or to pay rent. Additional to that, you're looking at this big loan for a startup or an acquisition. And then now we're talking about consulting fees of almost $50,000. One more time, I can't stress enough that trying to do this by yourself and trying to save a little bit of money here and there and not consulting an expert team could be the most expensive decision that you make throughout the entire process. So, you know, I don't want to oversell this, but I will tell you that we have a lot of experience and we've made a lot of mistakes between the 4 primaries in Practice Launchpad. And we just want to see you guys avoid those mistakes. And we want to be there to support you every step of the way. Okay. So we hope to see you inside the program. Best of luck to you either way, and we'll talk soon.